Now Saul wipes out Amalekites, has a complete great victory. But he does few little things wrong. He takes the king, their king, and he takes him hostage. He doesn't let it go free. He doesn't adopt him as his own son, but he takes him hostage as a prisoner. And he brings him home. Now he does what God asks him. He goes to war, he wins a great victory, everything is destroyed except the king who is held as a hostage. And Samuel comes and does this whole little talk, you didn't obey God and everything. And when I was younger, I used to read this story and I felt bad for Saul. I was on the side of Saul saying, Samuel, give me a slack. I tried obeying God. I did my best. Come on, just one king and you're gonna do all this fuss about me being a witch doctor or practicing witchcraft because I disobeyed God in just a little. I didn't let him live. I kept him as a prisoner. Come on, give me a slack. But then when you grow a little bit more in the Lord and you do a little bit more studying, you realize this is not as easy and this is not as light as it seems. Did you know what Saul did? Saul took a prisoner of the Lord unto the territory of Israel. And as a prisoner, he had to give him three things. He had to give him food. He had to give him a place. Because I double dare you, Saul did not keep him in his tent. Saul did not keep him where his kids slept. Saul did not keep him somewhere by his tent. Saul had to build a special place for that prisoner. We don't keep prisoners in our backyards, in our basements, or in our closets. We keep him in a separate place. Saul had to give him food. Saul had to give him a place. And third thing, Saul had to assign soldiers. They were assigned to fight the battles of the Lord, now to protect the joker. All of these great resources Saul gave to a man whom God says shouldn't live. I want you to listen to the statistic and judge for yourself. I believe that you will be really blessed today as you stay with me. In 1985, in the United States, we had around 744,000 people in prison. Today, we have 2 million people in prison in the United States. United States has the highest rate of people sitting in jail per capita. United States consists of 5% of world's population, yet 25% of world's prisoners are in America. Average prisoner will cost our government $22,000 per year. A person serving lifetime in prison costs our government $1.5 billion. We spend 3 to 4 times more on a prisoner a year than we do on a student. We spend 3 times more to keep the brother in prison than to train somebody to not to go there. In California, to sit in prison for 1 year, it will cost the government $47,000. And to send a kid to school in California, it will cost $9,000. In New York, to send a guy and to keep him in prison for a year, it costs $56,000. And to send a kid to school for 1 year in New York costs $16,000. In Washington State, it costs somebody to sit in prison $37,000. And it costs only $10,000 to send somebody to school. My point is this: when Saul takes a prisoner home, he gave him food, he gave him place, and he gave him security. Can you imagine how God felt when God's enemy who attacked God's people has food, has a comfortable place to stay in, and has security? God says that's not going to fly. And that's why Samuel came and he became so upset with Saul. Saul is bragging about the fact he kept him in prison. Saul is bragging about the fact he didn't let him go free. Saul is bragging about the fact that he did not adopt him and he did not forgive him. He says, I put him in prison. And God looks from heaven and says, you gave him things that normal Israelites don't even have. Normal Israelites do not have soldiers guarding them. Normal Israelites do not have special homes and they do not have food for free. You gave it to a prisoner. God gave victory to Saul, but Saul did not give victory back to God. God did victory on that day, but Saul was responsible to destroy the enemy God defeated.